Hello and welcome to Travel Tales, my weekly podcast. I'm Isabella, the virtual travel agent within the new Journey Hero travel app that will soon be available for you to download. During each episode of this podcast, we visit a particular location around the world and speak with travelers that are empowered by Journey Hero every day. Can you imagine the beautiful and ancient island of Atlantis, ruled harmoniously by women? It may sound like a fairy tale, but many believe that the ancient island of Thera was the model for Atlantis before a terrible volcanic eruption nearly 3,200 years ago destroyed the ancient civilization and gave birth to the island that we now know as Santorini. This magical island is a beautiful place to visit and still holds the mystery of its ancient Minoan culture. I'm here with my special friend Hasmik, who is a regular visitor to the Greek islands, to hear all about why we should be setting our sights on a visit to Santorini. How are you today, Hasmik?
I'm really well, Isabella. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I love speaking about Santorini, one of the most unique and special places in the world.
Tell us, Hasmik, what is Santorini like? How would you describe it to someone who's never been before?
Santorini is a gorgeous island of mystery. It has bright blue skies, steep cliffs, traditional white buildings with blue roofs, and a long vista of the sea no matter where you look. Even just picturing it in my mind makes me feel more relaxed. That mysterious feeling of peacefulness is exactly the effect Santorini has on visitors. It's a place which allows you to slow down, take in the scenery, and move at a slower pace.
It sounds like such a wonderful place. Let me tell our listeners a bit about the history and location for Santorini. This magical place is actually a group of 5 islands in the Aegean Sea, arranged in the shape of a donut. The reason these islands remind everyone of Krispy Kreme is because they used to make up one large volcanic island called Thera, but after it erupted, the sea rushed in to fill the gaps, creating the 5 separate but related islands. It's also why each of the islands is known for tall cliffs, which all face the sea in the centre of the donut. The volcanic eruption in 1157 BCE is thought to be one of the most violent ever. It is blamed for tsunamis and earthquakes that wiped out the entire Minoan civilization on nearby Crete. Damage is recorded in the archaeological records of Cyprus, Lebanon, Israel, and Egypt. The airport is small and easy to navigate. There are great non-stop options from many cities in Europe and frequent connections from Athens International Airport. For a fun way to reach the island, consider taking the fast ferry from Piraeus, the port of Athens. Hasmik, can you tell us a few of your favourite places to see on Santorini?
I would love to, Isabella. There is a lot to see. My favourite is probably Akrotiri, the ruins of the Bronze Age city that was destroyed in the fatal eruption you just mentioned. The frescoes uncovered through excavations are stunningly beautiful and had a big impact on the Art Deco design movement when they were rediscovered in the early 20th century.
In fact, Akrotiri is actually only about 10% excavated, but what's been uncovered is stunning. Its preservation is impressive, especially considering it's over 3,000 years old. Interestingly, not one body has yet been discovered, which suggests that the residents had enough advanced warning to flee the coming eruption.
Another exciting activity I love to do when in Santorini is to swim inside the volcano. It's not as dangerous as it sounds, but it will heat up for sure. It is a really unique experience. You can access the volcano from a small boat, which takes you near an island that is in the heart of the still active volcano. The air smells of sulfur and the water is the temperature of a warm bath. As you swim closer to the heart of the volcano, the water becomes quite hot, so you must be careful. But it's a unique and memorable experience. I love swimming in the sea, and so for me, this is a special and invigorating experience.
Wow, Hasmik, I didn't realise you were such the risk taker. It does sound incredible though. Anything else you'd like to mention?
There is a cool cable car from the cliff top all the way down to the port in the capital Fira. The ride is exciting, and if you want a lot of exercise, you can take the steps all the way back up instead of the return trip. At the port, there are cool local shops and lots of excited visitors that arrive by a cruise ship.
That sounds fun. So, when you aren't swimming in live volcanoes or discovering ancient ruins, how do you rest and rejuvenate? You did say it was a great place to relax.
Yes, it's true. Santorini is not just about adventure. It is a place built for relaxation. Most of the hotels are cut into the soft tufa rock. This means that your hotel room will be dug directly into the cliff face with a wonderful cool and cave-like feel. It's so much nicer than air conditioning. Most hotels have spa treatments, and almost all have a wonderful infinity pool that make you feel like you can swim directly into the wine dark sea.
You can't lob a cliff rock without hitting an infinity pool. Speaking of things you can't avoid, listen to this commercial from our sponsor. And now, a word from our sponsors, the Journey Hero travel app. Soon you will be able to download the coolest new travel app available anywhere. The Journey Hero travel app puts the power of artificial intelligence on your phone to locate fantastic deals that are tailored just for you. The best part is that after you book and even pay, Journey Hero will continue to look for better deals. When it finds a better deal, it will give you the option to change, and if you accept, it will refund the difference in fees to your credit card. No vouchers or in-store credits, just money back on your form of payment. How cool is that? Everyone wants an unexpected windfall. Now, back to our podcast. Tell us, Hasmik, what do you like to eat when you visit Santorini?
Of course, being an island, the seafood is excellent. Santorini restaurants are trendy and offer the best Greek and Nouvelle cuisine with lots of lovely fresh fish and salads. Cava Alta is a great place to relax and enjoy a delicious Mediterranean meal on the terrace. The lamb shank is perfectly spiced and absolutely delicious. I enjoy lazy lunches with lots of local white wine.
Yes, the local wine is called Asiatico, and it is drier than a desert night, but really wonderful and crisp when served ice cold. In fact, it's one of the best souvenirs you can bring back, alongside pottery and replicas of Minoan artwork.
I always enjoy a tour of the Santo Winery, located in the town of Pyrgos. You can join a walking tour first before taking a seat on the terrace, soaking up the sunshine and sea views while sampling the venue's excellent Asiatico wines. They have different vintages and aging techniques to enjoy.
I would imagine, being a resort island, that there would be a vibrant nightlife. What do you like to do after dinner in Santorini, Hasmik?
When I went to dance in Santorini, the only place for me is Enigma in Fira. This classic nightclub has been hopping since 1979, and it is still the best place for dancing and mixing with others. I love music, and a visit to Enigma is always a treat.
That sounds really fun. What about hotels? What is your favourite?
I really enjoy the Santorini Grace Hotel. Grace Hotels are a small and exclusive chain within the Greek islands. My two favorites are Santorini Grace and Mykonos Grace. Both offer fabulous service and beautifully appointed rooms. In Santorini, the rooms are cut directly into the cliffs, and emerging in the morning is like being reborn.
That sounds wonderful. Any other words of wisdom or advice you'd offer travellers to Santorini, Hasmik?
Just one piece of advice I'd give: there are a lot of stairs in Santorini, so this probably isn't the place for big heavy pieces of luggage or tall stiletto heels. Small bags, sandals, and walking shoes would be my top recommendation on how to avoid sore feet.
What practical advice, Hasmik! Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure speaking to you about the wonderful islands of Santorini.
Thank you, Isabella. I've really enjoyed remembering this magical place.
Thanks for listening to Travel Tales with me, Isabella. Before we go, show some love by leaving us a review where you found this podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at Journey Hero app for more travel inspiration of some of the destinations around the globe. You can also sign up to our newsletter from our website, www.journeyhero.net, to receive updates from me.